Hello, St. Cattery School. This Thursday is a very important holiday. It's called Ascension Thursday, and it marks the end of the Easter season. Back on Easter, we made Easter lilies to get ready to celebrate Jesus rising from the dead. On Ascension Thursday, Jesus returns to heaven. He ascends into heaven. I have a craft for you to try for this. This one's a little bit more complicated than the lilies, but I have 2 tricks for you. When you're finished, you'll be able to have Jesus ascend into, poor Jesus, ascend into heaven. All right, let me tell you what materials you'll need. I have attached this template, so you need the background. And then there'll be a second page, and on the second page you'll have 3 of these, 3 Jesuses and 3 clouds. You only need 1 of them. When you cut out Jesus, it's important to cut him out with pieces all around. You don't want to cut right to his arms and around his feet because you need a little bit of space, and you'll see why in a minute. All right, now here are the materials that you need. You need some markers or crayons. You need a pencil or a hole punch, either one. Stapler, a piece of tape, some string, and a pair of scissors. What you should do first is you should color all the disciples, and if you're going to color Jesus, color Jesus. Cut Jesus out and cut the cloud out. When you've done all of that, you're going to take your big piece of paper, and at the top you'll see there's a circle. If you have a hole punch, you're going to punch a hole in it. I don't have a hole punch, so I'm going to use a pencil very carefully, and I don't want to rip the paper. I just want to be able to make a hole. And on the back, I'm going to fold back that piece of ripped paper so that I can put my string through it. You'll notice at the bottom of the paper there's another circle, so you have to punch another hole right there. And it's okay if it's a little bit big. That's okay. In fact, I think I'm going to make this top one a little bit bigger. Be easier to use my string. Now you can use any kind of string. I have some yarn here, but you can use a shoelace. You can use, if you have cooking string in the house, if you have other kind of string, it doesn't really matter. To measure, I did 1 page, and then I doubled it. Oops. So 1 page, then I doubled it, and then I did a little bit extra. Now what you want to do is on the front of your paper, put 1 piece of string through the bottom, and then the other end of the string through the top. Then you're going to flip your piece of paper over. And you don't want this to be tight. That's one of the tricks. This has to be a little bit loose. But you don't want it so loose that it's all floppy. You're going to tie a knot, again, very loosely. And I would try to tie it kind of near the top if you can. If you can't, don't worry about it because you can fix it later. But you want it near the top if you can. All right, so I tied a little double knot, and then I'm going to get rid of my extra string so that I don't need anymore. So when you're finished, you're going to want to be able to pull on the knot from the back and have your string move. For now, put your knot near the top. You want your knot near the top. All right, now you need your Jesus. This is when you also need the tape. This is a little bit tricky. You want to tape Jesus to the string. So I have a piece of tape here, and I tape Jesus right to the string. And then you'll see I can move him by pulling on the string. All right, this gets a little bit tricky because remember what it says here. He was taken up into a cloud while they were watching, and they could no longer see him. Now, this is when you'll need the stapler. You're going to take the stapler And the cloud, you definitely want to be loose. So you might want to staple one end kind of just above this cloud here. And you might have to move it a little to get your stapler to work. And then when you put your second staple in, make sure your cloud is puffy so that Jesus can fit up there. All right, and now I'm going to pull on the back of my string and I can watch Jesus ascend to heaven. And then I can pull him down and he can ascend again. Now, teachers have put these templates in your packets in case you need one. I'll attach one to the email that I send your parents with the directions. Remember, on the second page, you only need one Jesus and one cloud. So if you're sharing with your brother or sister or cousin, you might need to print a lot of these pages, but only one of these pages. And don't cut Jesus out too carefully because you need to be able to tape him to this string. On Thursday at 7 o'clock, Father Bob is going to live stream this Mass on Facebook. And he has his own Jesus that he has on a string. So watch him so he can show you how it works. And then you can make your Jesus ascend along with him. If you can't watch Thursday at 7, it will be available on the parish website, I think usually about an hour after, and I'll make sure all the families get the link for that in case you need to watch it later at your own convenience. Ascension Thursday, very important holy day in our faith. So I hope to see you watching Mass. I hope to see your Jesuses. When you finish, take a picture and send it to me. And have a lovely and blessed evening.